Hey guys, it's Beth. Today I'll be using this 10 by 18 plank sign and stencil from Hobby Lobby. I took the plank sign and removed the hanger from the back, painted the entire front and sides with Dusk chalk paint by Waverly, just covered it to give it full coverage, and I used a sponge to apply that. And then I took the stencil also from Hobby Lobby. I sprayed the back of it with Pixie spray. It's an adhesive spray for stencils. It gives it a light tack so it sticks down to your projects. And I took Ivory chalk paint by Waverly and a stencil brush with very minimal paint on it and stenciled on the Let It Snow part. I covered it once, dried it, and then did another coat. After it was dry, I took a very small paintbrush and filled in the gaps left by the stencil. Next, I'm going to be making a cute little snowman on the bottom. So I take this 7-inch plaque that I got from Walmart, and this is just for tracing purposes. I just traced a light circle towards the bottom and then erased most of those pencil marks so you won't see them, just so I can see the line. I used the same ivory chalk paint and went around with a small paintbrush and filled in that circle. Once I had the circle completed, then I just filled in the rest of it, partially with a paintbrush, and then filled in the majority with that craft sponge. Next, I'm adding a little bit of a body below the head of the snowman. Just take my craft sponge and kind of make curved lines with the sponge and then fill that in completely. And next what I do is I want the snowman to kind of be looking up. So I take a pencil again and draw a carrot nose. So just kind of like a cone shape going upward from about a quarter down on that circle. Again, erasing most of that line so you won't see it through the paint. And I take orange acrylic paint, I believe it's a pumpkin orange, and a small paintbrush and fill in that nose. And it did take several coats to fill that in completely over those colors. So just dried it in between and filled it in. I think it ended up taking me 3 coats to get that completely filled in. Once that's dry, I take black acrylic paint and a very small paintbrush again. These are actually paintbrushes for nails. They're a lot smaller. And just make little lines throughout the nose. And then draw a partial circle and little lines on the edge of that for the mouth, filling it in with black acrylic paint and a small paintbrush. And then I take the back of a pencil, dot it in the black acrylic paint, and make a couple spots for buttons. I take pink blush acrylic paint, I think it's baby blush, and a sponge, and just dab that on the cheeks. Little rosy cheeks right above the mouth. Kind of blend it in with my finger. Then I take just my paintbrush and kind of draw some lines. They don't need to be perfect. These are the sticks for the arms. Just have them sort of look like they're reaching upward towards some snowflakes that I'll be stenciling on. And then take Tuscan red chalk paint, that's by Folkart, and draw a couple lines underneath the circle for the head. And I make one side of it a little bit larger. This is just a cute little scarf. And then on the smaller end, I draw a kind of a messy circle, a couple lines going downward, and just little frills at the bottom. And then once I dry that, after I'll be adding in some detailing with black. But the next thing I did was took the stencil again and stenciled on a few snowflakes. And right here, I just take that really small nail paintbrush again and just draw some lines on the scarf. Dry everything completely, flip it over, and replace the hanger so it's going in the right direction for me. I just add a few staples and cut off the excess.